Welcome back, guys. Welcome to the all new video from Trade with Kiran. And today we'll be discussing our future plans for this particular video series, and we'll see what all things we'll be discussing in this particular series, and how it will help you guys in becoming a better trader. So over here on screen, you can see I have mentioned few headings such as foundation series, and then we'll deep dive into supply and demand zone, and then we'll also do a series where we see chart patterns and the truth behind chart patterns, and then if time permits, we'll also see live chart analysis, or I'll be breaking it down after every trading session. That is, at the end of the day, I'll be uploading videos on this live chart analysis series, and then this is an optional part which will take some time to reach there. So that we like it requires time because we need to master all the previous concepts, and then we'll be combining our real supply and demand zone along with uh, the chart patterns along with chart patterns. So we'll be dealing with the various strategies, how to use them, and when to use them and when not to use them. We'll see over here. But let's first start with our foundation series. So in this, what you all will be learning is what is supply and demand zone trading. So this is the first concept. I'll explain you what supply and demand zone trading really means, and mm, I hope some of you might have watched few videos as per my previous recommendation in my earlier videos. You might have done a Google search, or might be a YouTube search about what supply and demand zone is. But we'll discuss this part in depth. Then we'll see why this conventional supply and demand zone trading or strategy is much better than our existing or the new age support and resistance. We'll ponder upon this particular topic for a while, for a video or so, and then we'll have a quick introduction to modern chart patterns, how they are formed, and what implication it gives us. So we'll be discussing all about that, and then we'll also see why certain chart pattern fails. We might have come across various chart patterns. Let's say this W chart pattern, and then you must be saying uh, every time this chart pattern works, like either this breakout or this breakout somewhere. So whenever this breakout happens, you'll say that it will go up. But generally, what happens is as soon as you enter your trade, uh, it will start going up and suddenly it will come down, and then it will hit your stop loss somewhere here. So to avoid this particular thing, we'll learn why chart patterns fail without using supply and demand zone strategies, and all those things. We'll be covering all the basic topic in our part 1, that is the foundation series. The second part will be purely based on supply and demand zone, and we'll see how we'll identify the strong supply and demand zone in both this first and second part, and then we'll see when a zone can be a strong zone or a weak zone based on the zone strength, and we'll also see something related to zone freshness. If let's say some zone is there, so we have a really big institution candle over here, and then after some time the price is approaching this particular zone, from where it gave a big up move. So let me draw one more candle over here, and then just imagine if it is going up and then it is coming down. Now it is retracing back to its or what do you say, demand zone. So what will happen in this case? How the zone freshness impact the, what do you say, probability of our trade? We'll see all those things, and we'll also see how institutions create zones. So this is really an important topic because institutions are also getting smarter and smarter day by day. So they know how the retail traders are participating in this stock market, They know where they have kept the orders, where the retailers have kept their stop losses. They know everything. And uh, how are they able to get this data, like where the stop losses and all those things? We'll see them in depth in this particular video itself. So but institutions creates zones in such a way that the zones are not visible to normal retail traders. In most of the times it is clearly visible, but sometimes really important zones which holds the real value or real order flow, uh, they are always hidden. And how they are hidden, we'll look into this when we start with this particular series. And then we'll see chart patterns and truth series. In this series we'll find out why certain chart patterns or chart breakouts fails, how to use how to use flags inside demand zone. Flags in the sense, we can say if it is gonna fail, or if it is gonna give us a good profit. So we'll see how we'll see wedges failing. And all these types are kind of chart patterns. The flag chart pattern you might be aware of. It will be, the market will be going up and then small consolidation and then again going up, and this consolidation, this is known as flag pattern. And if it is clubbed with the strong demand zones, then we'll see how it works, and when it will fail and when it will give us good profit. And then we also have cup and handle kind of a pattern which is combined with demand zones, how it really works. And we'll also see strategies where a breakout is initiated. Let's say this is the zone, and this is my support level or resistance level, I can say. So market is approaching this level. It gave a breakout, and now you are waiting for a retest. It gave a retest at this particular zone. So either it can go up now, either it can stay like this, or either it can come down. So all these scenarios, we'll see what will happen in what situations. So by this we'll be covering up our third series, that is chart pattern truth series. And the last two series, the live chart analysis part, this clearly depends on how I manage my own time, because it will be a bit difficult for me to do live market breakdown as of now. But I'll find out some time, I'll dedicate some time post market, like we can do a post market analysis. We can see what happened on that day, and we can plan for our trades for the next day. And then we'll also see the common mistakes which traders make. Generally the retail traders, we make a lot of mistakes unknowingly. And we'll also look upon this topic. And then we have I have created a new topic or new method in which it's kind of like a checklist for entering a trade. And over here I have written 5 red flags before entering any trades. So this really means if the number of red flags are more than number of green flags, so we are not going to enter that trade. And we'll discuss how many green flags is required to enter a trade, and how many red flags are required to reject the trade. So there's a lot to learn in that section as well. And I'll touch upon this part because this is an important part. This last two parts were common mistakes made by traders and red flags and green flags. So these two are really important topic, and I'll be making separate videos on this. And followed by our last part in this particular series, that will be advanced strategy series. And over here what we'll do is, let me clear out this. So now let's say you have this bottom flag pattern where flags are being formed here. The flags are being formed here. And we'll see how we can combine this flag pattern along with supply and demand zone, there might be a supply zone here or supply zone here. How, like, we'll find out all these things and we'll build a strategy for ourselves in this particular case, and it can be of any pattern, any strategy. We'll be combining everything together, the supply and demand zone and chart patterns. So now you might be asking why we are doing this particular thing, why we are combining two different strategies or two different methodology for trading. So in trading, it generally happens like this is, and the it's all a game of probability, and हमको अपना profit percentage हमको increase करना है, and that too in a minimum number of trades. So what we'll do is we'll wait for or not wait for, we'll do extra analysis so that we are sure that this zone or this pattern will work, and जितने ज़्यादा हमारे पास confirmations होंगे उतने ज़्यादा हम confident होंगे अपने trade के ऊपर. And in that after that we'll learn risk management for zones, like, and traders for, not for zones but risk management, how to manage your risk. And this is a really important topic in this whole series, because without this, I'm sure you won't even pass your fifth trade or 10th trade, whatever it is, you won't pass, and before that itself you'll blow up your account and you'll be left with nothing. And apart from this, we'll also see fake outs. Like, there are chances where now in this in particular chart which I'm showing, I've drawn over here, it's showing clearly a down move, but many people, what they'll think is now it is going down, it has gone down so much, it will continue this trend in downward direction itself. But suddenly what happens is it starts going into their direction, and then suddenly it will reverse. So we'll look into this, and then in the end we'll have a profitable entry setup. So this is patterns and zones, everything combined, all the strategies from the supply and demand zone with multi time frame analysis and all the other concepts will arrive at a particular strategy, why we want to enter a trade at this particular location. And we'll see the checklist, we'll see the odds of winning the trade, and we'll see how much risk we are taking, how much profit we are will be expecting out of it. So in this, one more thing is there, when we are using supply and demand zone, our risk is fixed. Okay, fixed. And our reward is also fixed. So that is not a case with the chart patterns, support and resistance, where, because we don't know where should I stop or where should I exit the trade. So that is a drawback for support and resistance, and that will be covered up by supply and demand zone. So एक मेथड का जो प्रोज है वो हम ले रहे हैं, और उसके कॉन्स भी हम ले रहे हैं, एंड सिमिलर वे में हम दूसरे पैटर्न का प्रोज ले रहे हैं, उसके कॉन्स ले रहे हैं, एंड देन वी आर ट्राइंग टू एलिमिनेट द कॉन्स. और वो हम कैसे कर रहे हैं कि एक मेथड का जो ड्रॉबैक है वो हम दूसरे मेथड से पूरा करने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं. एंड दैट्स हाउ वी आर प्लानिंग अ ट्रेड, एंड विल बी लर्निंग ऑल दिस थिंग्स इन डेप्थ, स्टार्टिंग विद द फाउंडेशन सीरीज़. आपने मेरा पहले का कैंडलस्टिक पैटर्न का आपने वीडियो देखा होगा, जिसमें मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया कि हाउ डज प्राइस मूव्स and how does chart moves. So this will be a really interesting journey for both of us, or all of us. And I hope you'll be there with me from foundation series to this advanced strategy series. And uh, let's learn together, let's grow together, and let's see each other becoming a really good profitable trader in future. Thank you so much.